Hello fellow gardeners, and welcome back to the Humus Heritage. I'm thrilled you've joined me today because we're about to transform the way you think about feeding your plants. What if I told you there's a secret NPK schedule that will completely change the way you garden, making it easier, more efficient, and incredibly effective? Get ready to unlock the ultimate lazy gardener hack that delivers lush, healthy plants with astonishingly little effort. You're about to discover the one NPK routine you'll wish you knew years ago. Let's be honest for a moment. The world of plant nutrition has become unnecessarily complicated. Walk into any garden center and you'll find yourself staring at shelves packed with specialized fertilizers for tomatoes, roses, lawns, acid-loving plants, and everything in between. Each package promises optimal results with its proprietary blend of micronutrients and carefully calibrated ratios. Add to this the conflicting advice from gardening forums, books, and well-meaning neighbors, and it's no wonder so many people feel paralyzed by indecision or simply give up on fertilizing altogether. The truth is that this overwhelming complexity has become a genuine barrier to successful gardening. Many gardeners spend more time researching fertilizer schedules than actually enjoying their gardens. Others feel guilty for not following elaborate feeding programs that require weekly applications and meticulous record-keeping. This is where the lazy gardener philosophy comes in, and it's about to change everything for you. The principle is beautifully simple: maximum impact for minimal effort. Instead of treating your garden like a chemistry lab, we're going to work smarter, not harder, by aligning our fertilization practices with how nature actually operates and how plants truly grow. Before we reveal the schedule that will revolutionize your gardening, let's quickly break down what NPK actually means. The letters represent the three primary macronutrients all plants need: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Nitrogen is your green machine, responsible for producing lush, vigorous leaves and stems. Think of it as the growth accelerator that keeps your plants looking vibrant and full. Phosphorus is the root and bloom specialist, essential for strong root development, flower formation, and fruit production. Potassium acts as the plant's immune system booster, improving overall vigor, disease resistance, and helping plants withstand environmental stress. Here's the liberating truth that the fertilizer industry doesn't want you to know. Most plants don't need a perfectly tailored complex NPK blend at all times. In fact, obsessing over precise ratios can lead to over-fertilization, which causes more problems than it solves, including burned roots, excessive foliage at the expense of flowers, and environmental pollution. Plants are remarkably adaptable organisms that have evolved to thrive in varying soil conditions. What they really need is a solid foundation of organic matter and strategic nutrient boosts at key moments in their growth cycle. Most gardeners can easily recognize when something's wrong. Yellowing lower leaves often signal nitrogen deficiency, while poor flowering despite healthy foliage might indicate insufficient phosphorus. Weak stems or brown leaf edges can point to potassium shortages. These visual cues are your plants communicating their needs, and they're far more reliable than any rigid feeding schedule could ever be. Now for the game-changing strategy that will simplify your gardening life. The lazy gardener's approach centers on building rich soil first and then providing just 2 strategic fertilizer applications per year. This method works because it mimics natural nutrient cycles and respects your plant's growth patterns rather than imposing arbitrary schedules that ignore seasonal rhythms. Start by establishing your soil foundation. Before or during planting season, work generous amounts of compost, well-aged manure, or other organic amendments into your beds. This creates a slow-release nutrient bank that feeds your plants steadily throughout the growing season. Think of it as setting up a buffet table that your plants can access whenever they're hungry, rather than forcing them to eat at scheduled mealtimes whether they want to or not. For your first strategic application in early spring, around Valentine's Day or early March depending on your climate, apply a general-purpose granular fertilizer. Look for something like a 15-5-10 ratio, where nitrogen is higher to support the vigorous leafy growth your plants need as they emerge from dormancy and begin their growing season. This single application gives your plants the energy boost they need to establish strong vegetative growth. Simply scatter the granules around your plants according to package directions, water them in, and then forget about it. Your second and final application happens in late summer or early fall, typically August or September. This timing supports fruit development, strengthens root systems, and helps plants harden off before winter. You can use the same general-purpose fertilizer you used in spring, as the shift in plant priorities naturally directs nutrients where they're needed most during this phase. The beauty of this system is its elegant simplicity. 2 applications per year, using one product, timed with natural growth cycles. That's it. For those who, prefer the ultimate inconvenience, slow-release granular fertilizers like Osmocote or similar products can be applied just once in spring and will continue feeding plants for months. These encapsulated fertilizers release nutrients gradually based on soil, temperature and moisture, basically automating your fertilization program. A single spring application can carry many plants through the entire growing season. If you have container plants or want, say, just a bit more control, water-soluble fertilizers like simple 20-20-20 crystals work wonderfully. Rather than mixing precise solutions and applying weekly as instructions often suggest, try the lazy sprinkle method. Every couple of weeks during the growing season, just sprinkle a small pinch of crystals on the soil surface and water normally. The nutrients dissolve gradually, providing gentle, consistent feeding without any measuring or mixing. Here's the real secret that experienced gardeners understand. Your plants will tell you what they need if you learn to observe them. Rather than rigidly adhering to any calendar, spend a few minutes each week actually looking at your plants. Are they vibrant and growing well? Then they're happy, and you need do nothing. Showing signs of stress or deficiency? That's when you respond with a feeding. This responsive approach is far more effective than blindly following schedules. And honestly, it requires almost no effort once you develop the habit of observation. The results of this simplified approach are genuinely remarkable. Gardeners who switch to this method consistently report healthier, more resilient plants alongside dramatic reductions in time spent on garden maintenance. The secret lies in building soil health rather than constantly chasing nutrient deficiencies. When your soil is rich with organic matter and microbial life, it becomes a living system that regulates nutrient availability naturally, buffering against excesses and deficiencies alike. This approach frees you from the tyranny of the garden calendar and gives you back your weekends. Instead of spending precious hours mixing fertilizer solutions, tracking application dates, and worrying whether you're using the right product, you can actually enjoy your garden. Watch the butterflies, harvest your vegetables, sit with a cold drink, and admire what you've grown. Isn't that why we garden in the first place? The Lazy Gardener's NPK schedule proves that successful gardening doesn't require complexity or constant intervention. By working with nature's rhythms rather than against them, we create gardens that practically take care of themselves while producing results that rival or even exceed those achieved through more labor-intensive methods. It's time to let go of gardening guilt and embrace a more relaxed, sustainable approach that honors both your plants and your valuable time. I encourage you to try this simplified NPK schedule this season and see the difference for yourself. Start with that spring application, build your soil with organic matter, and then trust the process. I'd love to hear about your results, so please share your experiences in the comments below. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the Humus Heritage channel for more practical, no-nonsense gardening wisdom. Share this with fellow gardeners who are tired of complicated feeding schedules and are ready to embrace the lazy gardener's life. Here's to healthier plants and more free time to enjoy them. Happy gardening, everyone.